Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details, and this is really the first time that I have done a video like this where I am doing long-term durability test for some of the more popular and also new products that are on the market, anywhere from retail to pro level, from graphene spray coatings, graphene coatings, ceramic coatings, Teflon coatings, you name it. Some of them are specifically for authorized, some of them are available at a retail level. So we're going to be testing them all out. And what I'm going to be doing is monthly washes on this. This is just going to sit outside behind my shed. It's going to be exposed to wind, dirt, possibly animals. I don't know, but we're going to expose this to a lot of your standard elements if you were to leave your car parked outside. And we are going to just show you guys the monthly updates. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below as well as the bell off to the side so that way you can stay tuned for any of our updates on this video. Let me share with you guys what I've done so far. I've done a compound, a polish, a panel prep. I'm going to do another panel prep just because as I was writing out the labels, my finger got smudges. So we're going to make sure all of these canvases, so to speak, are pure and ready to go for our protection. Up here, we're going to be doing Turtle Wax Flex Spray Wax. Over here, Xtreme Solutions Graphene Coating. This is a new coating that they have out. We have Ethos Graphene Coating. We have Undrdog Pro. This is up to 8 years, $69 a bottle. And this is similar to what you would find to like a Teflon coating. I'm very excited to test this out. I've already done Undrdog LITE video, and I'm excited to test this one out as far as water, hydrophobics, durability, etc. We're going to be also doing Turtle Wax to the Max Wax. This is their paste wax. I know that this is like a little boogered up. It's not going to possibly hinder. I mean, at least we'll be able to see here. I apologize. This is from a junkyard, and you get what you get so you don't get upset. Then we have our Undrdog LITE. This is an up to 5-year coating as well from Joel Carty. Then we have OP coating. This is a authorized installer coating as well. They claim up to 7-year with warranty. Technician's Choice coating. This is a retail product that you can purchase. I've had it shipped to my house for $34. You can get multiple vehicles out of one bottle. They claim it's a 1 to 2 year coating. ANGELWAX ENIGMA Legacy coating. This is a 1 to 3. I've heard some 2 to 3, some 1 to 2. So we'll be testing this one out. 303 graphene spray coating. Then we have Xtreme Solutions graphene spray. And then we also have Ethos Resist, their new graphene spray. We have the Last Cut Black Ice spray coating. This is a 12 to 18 month ceramic spray coating. Seen good reviews on this. Then we have Owner's Pride Ceramic Detailer. This is their 6 to 12 month. They call it ceramic detailer, but they also claim that it's very similar to what you would find in a spray ceramic coating. So we'll be testing that one out. We also have Ceramic Pro Sport. This is a 6 to 14 month ceramic spray coating, one of the best on the market. Then we have Gtechniq C2V3. This is a, I would say, 6 to 8 month ceramic sealant. Then we have MEGUIARS Ceramic Wax. That is a highly rated, highly reviewed product. So I personally want to test that out against some of these other big hitters. Then we have Ethos Pro Ceramic Wax. This is a paste wax that you can apply that has ceramic infused elements within it. Then Ethos Defy. This is their ceramic 3-in-1 product that you can wash, like do a waterless wash, seal, and protect your vehicle. And then we also have Technician's Choice Ceramic Detail Spray, which you would use to maintain your Technician's Choice coating, and then also the OP ceramic detailer that you would use to maintain the OP coating. So it's a lot of products. Get these applied, and then what I'm going to do, we're going to let these sit for at least 7 days. And then what we're going to do is bring this out, show you guys some of the hydrophobics on a freshly applied, fully cured panel, and then we'll just let it sit from there. We'll start our clock, and then we'll do 1 month updates for those of you that want to see how some of these big hitters in the industry compare and how they stand up to some of the elements. So we're just getting through winter. We've survived a lot of snow this winter. Hopefully we'll have pollen and sun and heat to kind of give you guys a true, accurate description of how these products can stand up to the test of time and Mother Nature. So let's get these products applied. So I was going to do a time lapse, but I decided that it might be better for you guys to kind of get my first-hand user experience. I just got done doing the Turtle Wax Flex Spray Wax. I can already tell you guys that there is an immediate slickness to the paint. It's really nice. I'm just trying to make sure I get in all these tight corners here. It's not grabby whatsoever. Wipes off very easily. Like I said, really slick after applying it. When you come in here, compare. So very nice for a graphene spray coating. I'm trying to avoid my tape so I don't have residue, but I feel like that's inevitable. Right, next up, our Xtreme Solutions graphene coating. Now they just sent me kind of a test bottle. What we're going to do is apply some. This is a brand new bottle. It's a very strong odor, but that's typical of graphene coatings. We're just going to apply about 5 drops because it's a smaller test hood. Might go a little bit heavier. We've definitely got some rainbowing going on. Let me bring you guys in close. You can see we've got our rainbowing going on. That's flashing. That means that the solvent carrier that transfers the coating to the panel is starting to evaporate off. And so when you see that, typically that means that it is ready to buff off. We're just going to give that another few seconds. I want to see just how forgiving this is. If you were to do, let's say, an entire panel, because this was, you know what, just a few seconds. So we're going to come in here, circular motions. Flip to a fresh side, just come in here. That was very, very easy to remove. Very, very easy. I like that a lot. Did have a strong smell, but again, most coatings do, especially graphene, just because of the chemical makeup. So we're gonna soak those in APC in a second. Next up, we have our Ethos graphene coating. Let me put you down and get ready for the next one. Not quite as strong. All right, so we're gonna do about that many drops. Come in here. Shake this up. Crisscross, up and down, side to side to ensure for even coverage. All right. Straight into the APC. You can see we've got an entirely different kind of application look with the graphene coating from Ethos versus the Xtreme Solutions. Here we have that telltale rainbow. Here we have kind of a cloudiness. When you see that cloudiness, from what I have been told, it is ready to buff off. It is a very quick flash on this from my experience, a little grabby, but wasn't anything that if you were quick to buff off that it was difficult. You can see that's our initial wipe. Flip to a fresh side. Do our side to side. Remove any sort of high spots, leftover residue. Paint feels extremely, extremely slick. I can tell you it's substantially slicker here. You can hear that versus here. We're just going to give that a quick wipe. So very slick graphene coating after initial application here. Little grabby, but that's not a deterrent. We'll see how it responds once it is fully cured, because some products, once they are cured, get a lot more slicker with age. So let's go ahead, get our Undrdog Pro on. Now Undrdog Pro is a little bit different than some of your standard coatings. This is my first time applying the Pro. I've used the LITE. Essentially, very similar application. You want to let it cure on the panel for at minimum 10 minutes. So what we're going to apply a good bit. Stronger odor, but not as strong as what I recall of the applicator. All right. And this is, actually I got some on there. So CP Sport's gonna have a drop of Undrdog Pro, or a light on it. This one is rainbowing differently than the Pro. So you can see here, this is our LITE, and this is our Pro. You can see we don't have quite as much of a rainbowing going on. Both products still need to cure for that 10 to 30 minute, but from what I believe, Joel said that the Pro is a little bit more forgiving. Can be a little bit grabbier, but the paint will be slicker. So I'm excited to compare the two. It is now 7 after 10, so at 10:17 or maybe beyond, we will remove these two. So we're just going to keep moving on the rest of our products. Next up is Turtle Wax to the Max Wax. Sponge applicator. They had fantastic results on a gorgeous Tesla Model 3. For those of you that want to see that video, I actually had someone comment to me recently and said, how can I recommend a product when I have done no testing of the wax? And I thought, good point. Let's go ahead, test out that theory. So we're going to go ahead. This product does need to set up for, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes. So we're going to let that sit for a second. All right. Now this is a authorized installer only product from Ceramic Pro, 6 to 12 months, sometimes even 14 months. As far as for the entry-level coating, my customers absolutely love it. Now my sprayer is actually clogged. That's actually a good sign that the product is quality. I've given it a good shake. What we're going to do is actually just straight up apply it to our applicator. Like so. So we got 2 drops. It's probably way more than we need. That would be an extremely primed applicator. The stuff actually does have a little bit of an odor to it. So this is one of those that I would say apply with this technique. You want to do like friction, and you want to do quick movements to buff off. The heat is going to actually help the coating apply. You can use a wet towel method, but just for the sake of this video, we're not going to do that. You can see it's still very easy to buff off. Very slick. Holy cow, is that slick. We're going to flip to a fresh side. And I would say that so far of the ones that I've used, this is the slickest product after wipe off. But again, we still have these that we got to set up, buff off. Now they do recommend a damp towel method for this. I'm not doing that in this moment just because I don't have water out here right now. I'm being a little lazy. It's not going to hurt it if I don't have the damp towel. In fact, this is the best looking scratch I've ever seen. It looks fantastic. Paint is very smooth, very nice. Moving on, we're going to be doing our OP coating. You can see we've got a bottle here. We've got a fresh applicator. Put on a good dose. And we're going to apply that up and down, back to back, side to side. Now because this coating needs a few minutes to set up, we're going to let that sit. And we're actually going to go ahead and start doing our Technician's Choice coating, because that is a very similar process to apply, and it needs to set up about the same time. So we're going to apply our Technician's Choice. All right, we're going to let that set up as well. This is my first time using ANGELWAX ENIGMA Legacy. Good. I mean, not super strong of an odor, but you can smell it. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Now, ENIGMA correct me if I'm wrong, is a titanium coating. Let me show you guys what all three of these products look like setting up. So here's our Owner's Pride. We've got our Telltale sweating. We've got our Technician's Choice coating, sweating as well. And then we've got our ANGELWAX ENIGMA. You can see we don't really have a whole lot going on. I'm going to let that sit up just to see what happens. Like I said, this is my first time using it. The Owner's Pride is ready to go. So we're going to come in here. Try not to cross-contaminate. So Owner's Pride, very, very easy to apply and remove. The #1 appeal behind it with installers. Very slick. If I were to come in here and compare to, let's say, CP Sport, I would say CP Sport is just a smidge slicker, but not bad. I'm going to go ahead and get that in our bucket. Now we've got our, forgive me for the shakiness, the Technician's Choice. Do our initial level and buff off. Very, very similar to Owner's Pride, very easy. If I were to come in here, I would say both feel the same. I wouldn't say it's the slickest, but definitely very user-friendly to apply. Now our ANGELWAX ENIGMA Legacy coating. Let's see what's going on with that. If we let that sit up, not seeing a whole lot of rainbowing. We're going to just let that go for another minute or so. We're going to work on our 303 graphene spray coating over here. All right, so our 303 graphene coating, the appeal behind this is, one, user-friendly. Wow, that's different. It actually sprays out gray. So that's interesting. And once you apply it, let it kind of get cloudy or like a white haze to it, then you know it's ready to buff off. And what they say is that there's no cure time required to this. You can immediately expose it to water. So that's different than all of these other products. Our ANGELWAX is just now looking like it's starting to flash off a little bit. Excuse me for the shakiness. This is a impromptu video. And I am trying to do all of this as it occurs. So you can see, if I come in here and focus, we've got a little bit of rainbowing going on. Here's our 303 graphene. We're getting that cloudy look, so that tells me it's getting close to being ready to wipe off. We're going to come in here. This is really long work time for titanium coating. I've had some that are, you know, put on, immediately buff off. We're going to give that as long as possible just to make sure that it's properly bonded, because a lot of times that flash is telling you the coating is bonding to the paint. I want to give it as much time. And honestly, that's user-friendly because the average person could do a couple panels before the product is ready to remove. That's similar to like our Undrdog. In fact, it is 5:21. It's been well over that 10-minute mark, so we're going to come in here. We're going to buff off our Undrdog Pro. Little grabby, but not tenacious, not difficult. That's actually very nice. The initial wipe on that removed a majority of the transfer solution, so my second towel, and let's just come in here. I'm going to flip to kind of a fresh side that has nothing on it. I would say Ethos is still, in my opinion, the slickest, but that's not shabby whatsoever. We're going to get a fresh microfiber. And here's our Undrdog LITE. Actually, this is a little bit grabbier than the Pro, in my opinion, but not bad. You know, it is full well bonded. Both are still very user-friendly. I'm excited to see the hydrophobics on both of these products, as well as gloss and shine once we get these outside. So hopefully we don't have any sort of high spots. If I come in here, let's just grab a fresh microfiber. Let's do a slickness test so far. We've got Xtreme Solutions Graphene, that feels nice. Ethos Graphene, really nice. Undrdog Pro, not as slick yet. Turtle Wax 2, the Max Wax, that's very slick. Undrdog LITE, little grabby, but not bad. CP Sport, slickest so far on the panel. OP, Technician's Choice, both pretty slick. Let's go ahead. We're going to actually flip to a fresh side. We're going to go ahead and remove this ANGELWAX ENIGMA. Very easy. Very, very easy. Got some of that darn tape right there. It's the only downfall doing these tests. As you can see, we are white and ready to buff off. Little grabby, but not bad. Nice gloss and shine, no high spots, easy removal. All right, so next up we have our Xtreme Solutions Graphene Spray Coating. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, apply. It's got a little bit of an odor, but not an unpleasant one. That's not bad, actually. Next up we have our Ethos Resist Graphene Hybrid Coating. Kind of like a tangerine color to it. Trying to keep this from spreading over to other panels. And in fact, because it looks pretty, we're just gonna buff that off. That's a fresh side. That was pretty straightforward. Spray, wipe, done. So we're gonna go ahead and get our black ice coating applied. Now this is a product that is from the Last Coat. They have their Last Coat version 2, which is very popular, especially within the social media world. This is their kind of pro level for those pros that want to offer something that's still user-friendly, but for the DIYer, it gives them pro level results at home. All right, so we've got that applied. We're gonna let that set up. From what I've seen and heard, this has a very cool kind of self-leveling. Show you what is going on with our Xtreme Solutions Graphene Spray. We've got a very psychedelic rainbow effect going on. That is trippy. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Very slick. Very, very slick. Very impressive. That's very easy to apply, buff off. You can tell when it's ready. We've got our black ice setting up. We're going to give that a few more minutes just to see how forgiving that is. And we've got our OP ceramic detailer. Give this a good shake. We've got about 3 squirts. This has a very nice like strawberry cream smell to it. Let me show you guys a closer look of what it looks like. Doesn't really need to set up. It's very user-friendly. Just come in here, we've got that product on there, and you just flip to a fresh dry side and buff off. Very slick product. Very nice. If I were to come in here, let's just do a quick comparison. CP Sport. CP Sport still leading with slickness. We've got the last coat, black ice spray coating. That has more than set up. That actually like almost dried on the panel, but it's still very forgiving. We don't have any sort of high spots or streaks, so that's very nice. So if I come in here, these are all fresh. I just flipped to fresh side. So we got CP Sport, ceramic detailer. That's very slick. So out of all of them, the Ethos Graphene is probably the grabbiest, but again, we're just at fresh application. CP Sport is leading the pack. Let's do our Undrdog LITE. Little grabby. Grabbiest of all is this one right here. Even grabbier than this. I would say of the 3 coatings here, OP is a little slicker. Undrdog LITE is grabby, but nowhere near what the 303 graphene spray coating feels like. Then we've got our turtle wax. That's pretty slick. We got our Xtreme solutions. Ethos, very slick. And then we've got our Undrdog Pro. A lot more slick than the LITE. I would say not like on a huge scale. And then our To The Max wax. We've got nice slickness. So let's keep moving. Right, so we've got our last row of products. Last up on the left, Technician's Choice Ceramic Detail Spray. That is a fan favorite. Not known for its durability, but it is known for its slickness, gloss, ease of use, very universal friendly coating topper. It's just very affordable, readily available on Amazon, so a lot of people really like this product. In fact, I tell my customers if they want to maintain their coating, I do recommend this product just because it's so affordable. They can use it as a drying aid. They can use it to replenish their coating periodically. So you can see, I didn't even buff it off. Very user-friendly. Wow, is that slick. Wow, wow, wow. I think CP Sport might have a little bit of a competition. I would say they're very similar in slickness, to be honest. Obviously, durability is going to be the true sign. All right, let's keep going with Ethos to maintain all of their coatings with. So we're just going to see how it is as a standalone product. Best smelling product out of the whole table, in my opinion. It instantly hits you like a blueberry picnic. Wowzers, I am wanting a slushie really bad right now. I wouldn't say it's like super slick, but it's very user-friendly. Next up, we've got our Ethos Pro Ceramic Wax. Shake product well, spread a thin layer onto foam applicator polisher, let dry completely approximately 15 to 20 minutes until light haze appears. So we're going to have to let this sit on there. So ideally you could do half a car, if not an entire car, if you're using a DA. But this product does need to cure for 24 hours before getting wet. So this is the ideal test for this, because we're going to be going 7 days without getting any of these products wet. We're just going to do a good sized dollop, probably more than enough. Just going to smear that in. For those of you who like the therapy of waxing a car but want the benefits of ceramic coating, this should be a good kind of medium for you to be able to check all those boxes. So we're going to let that set up. Next we have our very popular MEGUIARS Hybrid Ceramic Wax. So that's blue coming out. That's different. Alright, now they say that you can spray this on a wet car, hose it down, but to establish a base coat, they always recommend putting it on dry. So that's what we're doing here. We're definitely going to be able to get maximum results applying it this way. They always recommend applying it dry and then to maintain, that's where you would come in, do your wet panel, spray it on, rinse it off, maintain it that way. But as far as for initial application, doesn't say that it needs like a cure time or sit time on there, so we're going to go ahead, flip to our dry side, buff off. Very easy to remove. That was very easy. Let's see if we have any sort of streaking, a little bit of streaking. Gonna come in with even more dry side. Pretty slick under the microfiber. No streaks. That looks good. Very user friendly. Nice blueberry smell. And now we have our Gtechniq C2V3. This is also another fan favorite. A lot of people within the professional detailing world absolutely love this product. 1, durability. 2, affordability. 3, just how fantastic it works. Anywhere from 4 to 8 months based on, I had it on a vehicle that it was well over 6 months and still going. Was a little, you could tell it was starting to be near the tail end, but that was also over winter here in PA. So again, very user friendly. Apply, flip to your fresh side, buff off. Super slick under the paint. We're actually picking up some tape residue, so I'm just going to go over that one last time. All right. So the only one that we have left to do is the Ethos Pro Ceramic Wax. And we're going to go ahead and actually buff that off because I can see that white haze. Very easy to buff off. I don't have any sort of streaking or high spots. Paint feels very slick. So what we're going to do, all of these products, let them set up for 24 hours untouched on the panel. And then what we're going to do is just leave it in the garage for a week, bring it back out, share with you guys our hydrophobics, and we will start our durability. Guys, so that's a wrap for part 1 for our 20 different detailing products on one test panel. I am really excited for part 2, so make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below as well as the notification bell off to the side. That way you can be notified of when those future videos are going to drop. We've got a lot of fun ones coming out. We're going to be doing some tests on Art to Shine coatings as well as some of their maintenance products. We've got a lot of just demonstration videos planned for you guys. And obviously, as the situation arises, majority of the videos that I do are very spontaneous, non-scripted, non-sponsored videos. And I just try to give you guys authentic feedback as I come up with it, you know, as the situation arises within my detailing business. So for any of you guys that are wanting practical hands-on tips, maybe make sure you guys are subscribing and following to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. I know it was a longer video. Thank you for hanging in there. Hopefully you were able to gather some insight and some value. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for future videos. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, be sure to drop them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. But we will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.